do a hardcore hermit. Hardcore hermit. Holy Spirit, would you hit me with the soul cycle of hardcore hermit? Virgo, Libra, Cusper. Virgo, Libra, Cusper. Meditation. Let's ruffle these up a bit. There we go. Virgo, Libra, Cuspers. Oh, Judgment. Okay, what's the heart of the matter, Holy Spirit? For our Virgo, Libra, Cuspers, hardcore. Ooh, some kind of a union coming in. It could be a love offer. It could be a business union. Could be any kind of union. Notice there's a house back there. Some hills. It looks like they're meeting on the road there. There's a road here, so you can meet somebody on the road. Meet somebody possibly on the road, yeah. That's the heart of the situation. Gonna bump into somebody anyway. 2 cups. What do we got in challenge position for our hardcore hermits? Okay, so you could meet somebody who's a Knight of Wands, somebody who's adventurous, somebody who's fiery, could be a fire sign. Got a club. This could be this one looks like it's in the desert there. Could be kind of barren. Could be somebody who's like really doesn't got much feelings. Kind of just they're too to and fro. They move around too much. They're not there for the long haul. They're yeah. So you might bump into somebody who's there just for a quick visit type thing. What do we got in? Could be, that's a player card too, so it could be somebody who's there just for like, quick good time or something like that. What do we got in the subconscious? Subconscious. Okay. Subconsciously, you're thinking about the battlefield there. You're thinking you got the high ground though, so you're ready if anybody's coming for anything. You've got the high ground, so you'll see them coming. You'll get to lay the first blows in if anybody is trying to do you any harm there. So you'll come out on top. You guys are too hardcore for anybody right now, so. We got in the past. How did we get to here? What's in the past? Past. Two spirit. Okay. In the past, you had spying and the high priestess. So, high priestess is like somebody who's very very wise. Doesn't have to be a woman, could be a male or a female. A possible air sign. Yeah, somebody who's trying to gain some intel. And there's messages. There's a lot of maybe a bit of a gossip too. I noticed there's a bunch of birds in the air there. A bunch of birds in the air there. Somebody likes to gossip, and there's a lot of other people who are like whatever they're finding with their spying there, they share with a lot of people and probably add their own little spin to it, their own little twist, whether true or false. And they're kind of on uneven ground, I noticed too. So they don't have a good stable foundation. This person, I'm picking that up on right now anyway. There's a lot of clouds in there too. A lot of clouds. So a lot of illusions. They're spying, and they are getting some intel probably, but what they share with others is probably a lot different than what's really going on. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. And they could be sharing this with a high priestess. Somebody who's who probably sees right through their bullshit. Because yeah, high priestess is good at doing that. Highly intuitive. Yeah. So that was in the past. So that's 2 2s you got so far. 2 2s, a knight and a page. That's in the past. What do you got in the present? Holy Spirit. It's in the present for our hardcore hermits. This one? Presently, you're dealing with a star. Or you could be a star. You guys are superstars. Or you could be dealing with an Aquarius too. Hope, healing, and faith. Aquarius. Start pouring water out. So pouring feelings out. Maybe somebody might be trying to pour feelings out onto you. Maybe you're getting your good graces there. I don't know, I'm just feeling some people are trying to put some masks on right now, I think. Trying to get try to feel you out, possibly. Putting some masks on, trying to make themselves look like they could be a friend when they're really not. That's what they could be. They could be. I'm just saying, this is a feeling I'm getting. Is people have other motives right now. See, there's a bird there too. I don't know. There's a bird there, a red bird. I always notice birds because that means that somebody, like, they're talking to somebody else about this too. Like, other people know about this. This is like a game plan or something like that. Some kind of game plan. That people are, like, there's a couple people that have been talking about this, and birds. But the star is good. It's hope, healing, faith. This bird can be an ally too. You never know, right? Bird could be. I always consider the birds my allies, but yeah. Maybe they're being watched and they don't know it. Maybe they think they're watching you, but really you're watching them, and they don't realize that they're being watched too. Maybe even a lot more than they're watching you. What do we got in the future for hardcore hermits? Oh, imprisonment too. So some kind of imprisonment can be initiation. Could be doesn't have to be you two. It could be somebody else imprisonment. But yeah, usually means imprisonment. Could be like being in your head too, being too much in your head, like a mental imprisonment. There's a lot of emotions here too. You can see there's a lot of water all on the ground here, all around her feet. I don't know. She looks like she's looks like she's like, if you look at her face, she looks like she's kind of content there though, right? She's kind of content there. It's almost like she's just waiting for somebody to make a move on her. Like, she looks like she's in prison, but she's not really. She could have, like, she's a hardcore hermit, right? So she could have, like, two Uzis behind her back there. And when somebody comes and thinks that they're just about ready to spring on their caught prey there, you pop out with two Uzis and just ba. I don't know, I'm just thinking the hardcore way of thinking about things, right? You know, like sometimes it's good to make yourself look like you're the worm on the hook, right? And you sink the hook real deep, right? So, especially when you have a lot of people, like more than one enemy coming for you, it's best to make yourself look weak and get the element of surprise on somebody. And make sure that you never have to deal with it again. Just make sure it's a really swift, terrible, horrible ending for somebody. That's what I'm finding out. That's what I'm feeling with this one. Because you know we're hardcore motherfuckers, right? We're hardcore hermits. We're not humble hermits. Some we can be humble hermits, but most of the time we're hardcore motherfuckers, right? What do we got in the influencing this situation? How are you influencing this situation? Ooh, King of Wands. Okay, so you're outside the box thinker, entrepreneur, charismatic, fiery, creative. You got a salamander as your pet. People don't even know that's your pet. They probably think, hey, there's a lizard. Why is there a lizard? But hey, that's my pet. He sells minutes on your phone. He's the Geico guy. What do we got in hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. We got quick coming in messages. Could be hopes or fears. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I think there's a ruined castle back there. About like something old. Let's see if I can get in there. See that right? It's like look like an old ruins of a castle or something back there. It's something you've forgotten about. Messages about something you've forgotten about, possibly. It's just hopes and fears, though. We got in the lens you're looking through. Okay. Okay. So the lens you're looking through is like justice. This is your energy when you're in your air sign, your air side. For us hardcore hermits, you're thinking about justice. It's justice, your lens you're looking through. So yeah, most likely you are playing possum there with pretending that you're in prison, that you're making yourself look a little weak, like your arms are tied behind your back. Meanwhile, this whole area could be rigged with like I don't know, bouncing betties as soon as they pop over the hill. It's like, we got them. You know what I mean? Their face blown clean off. Or could have, like I say, she's got something behind her back there. Look at the smirk on her face. Look at the smirk. She's like, oh, I think I hear them coming. But yeah, that's your Libra energy there. Justice. For what do you want getting justice for? Bunch of goofs like this. Bunch of goofy motherfuckers like this. Going around trying to steal shit in the background, doing shit that they think you don't know about. But your eyes are a little too keen. Because you're just laughing at them, really, because this is them. This is really how their fucking brains work. Look at that. Wait. This is how their brains work. That's literally the way their brain works, like, all the time, man. It's like, literally, it's like, it's literally like, say, the greatest army, like Napoleon, like, going to war with, like, a bunch of circus midgets high on fucking Wonder Glue or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket appliances, if you know what I mean. So that's the lens you're looking through. It's a good way to look at it. And what do we got in the environment? Ooh, in the environment, some cruelty. Cruelty can be bad if you're on the receiving side of it, but if you're the one dishing it out, it can be kind of fun, actually. Especially if it's the right type of people, you know. Just don't enjoy it too much. Because it looks bad when you go to court. What do you got in the outcome? Outcome. Ooh, looking over your investments, okay. Yeah, 7 there. There's 7. How many 7s is that? 1, 2. 3. Okay, so that's a warning. That's a big time warning. When you get 3 7s in a reading, that's a warning. So be prepared, because there is somebody coming to dish out some cruelty. Just make sure you're a lot crueler. You know, sometimes that's what's called for, you know. Especially when you're hardcore, right? When you're hardcore, you gotta be the most hardcore, right? What else is in the outcome for my hardcore hermits? Ooh, what do we got here? Victory. What did I say? That's what I like to see. Somebody was more hardcore than the others. And underlying energy is my good friend Archangel Michael. Not only do we got justice here, our kind of justice, but we got the big guy in the sky's got our back. So we got nothing to worry about, guys. Have a good one.